Time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace, former Ottawa Senator Jason York, and Graham Nichols.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside the smartest man in hockey, Jason York, and Graham Nichols from the Hockey News. Gentlemen, nice to see both of you. Lots to get to. Frankie Corrado will join us around 9:30. As always, the show brought to you by Bet365. We will get to the Brent's Bet Parlay later in the show as well. Tough one to pick today. The Bruins play in action tonight. Gentlemen, nice to see both of you. It is the first snowfall of the 25-26 season.
Huh?
It snowed this morning in Stittsville.
Oh, well, you're not that far north, Stittsville.
We are the barometer of the almanac is done every year in Stittsville.
How much snow are we talking about? Like a dusting, or
it was melting as soon as it touched.
Yeah, Graham's further west than I am. He would have got it first.
Yeah,
Graham's country folk. He's up in
kids. Kids were excited. Kids on the bus at 7:30, and yeah, they were excited for snowfall. So
wow. No snow around here. Although last night felt like snow. We went out for a nice dinner, and
where'd you go?
We went to Supply and Demand. Yeah, they had to do a nice tuna crudo, Wally. I don't think you would enjoy that. But
do they cook it, or is it raw tuna?
It's raw. It's raw. It's not overcooked. It's a raw tuna. I was thinking about you. I was actually talking about Wally and Graham last night as Laurel and I, because Laurel, we all went to that beautiful event the other night that the Sens put on.
Cocktails and canapes.
Gotta say, Graham, I felt like kind of almost like a proud dad watching Wally work the room.
Yeah,
I've never seen him happier, and it's just. I said to Laura, we're driving. I go, it's just crazy, like watching Wally. Like it's like how things have changed in 2 years. Like you've gone from being banned from the arena to working the room at Cocktails and Canopies.
In his element. Yeah.
Hobnobbing with owners.
Think about that. You're banned from the rink. Now you're hobnobbing. You get a top hat. Hey, good evening there, Mr. Adlauer. How cocktails are on me? They're free, Wally. Oh yeah, they're still on me. I got all their drinks.
It's impressive though. Like people would walk by, they just give him like the head nod, like, "Hey, Wally, and it's like, who the heck is that?" He knew everybody.
If you could
social butterfly.
If you went into a time capsule 2 years ago when this team was under previous ownership, and you would have told me that Wally would be working the room and Mendez would be in charge of a lot of shit, I'd say, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's very true. It's very, very true.
It's so good.
It was. I appreciate the Sens Foundation for the invite. Graham was my +1, although I get there, you have to like be on the list, and I come in there like your +1's already downstairs. I'm like, okay. He didn't even wait. He was getting to the free drinks right away.
I gotta say though, I've been down there in a while. They have done a great job. Yeah. Like that little back. It's almost like a speakeasy back there where we were hanging out at
club or whatever.
Oh, it's awesome. It's really nice, and so many good people there too, like that support the team. A lot of good sponsors, a lot of good people, and it's nice that they have all the players there, so people could, the guys are good. The guys are chatting to some of the fans, some of the sponsors. It was a really nice evening.
Yeah, lots of good sponsors there. Anyway, there's
I was proud of you, Wally.
Like Wally, remember the golf tournament earlier in the year? Like we talked about how like Shabby and Timmy were like they stayed till the very end, and same thing for this, right? There were opportunities for players to duck away, and Timmy's still there at like the end of the night, just talking to season seat holders, corporate bases, and it's incredible. It's incredible the effort that guys are putting in, and it's cool to see. Very, very cool.
Had a good chat with my boy Blue, Michael Amadio. Laurel got
so did we. You know what? He's a Stittsville guy.
Yeah. He says he's coming on too. He just says he was busy. Dad's trip, right?
Yeah. No, everything is. It's busy this week, without question. Yep.
Yeah. Anyways, I was very proud of you all. Very proud.
But then Thomas Chabot walked by and said, "Hey, congrats on the raising all the money for the food bank." So
you're a man about town. Hello.
No.
You should have come in. You should have come in with a top hat and a cane
and a monocle.
That just went right to the bar.
What did they call those guys back in yesteryear time? They were people that were like not an aristocrat, but you're you're like a socialite now. You're like a socialite.
Sitting at one point, there's you, but then there's Alfie, me, Mike Yo, just having a chat.
Oh,
thanks for the invite over, boys.
Wally in his element. Well, Graham, you're banned from the rink too, and you're right in there too.
I was in there too. Yeah, it was wild. It was wild. It was like within like the first 5 minutes of being there, like Shabby saw me, like, and he just came up and same thing. Like he just said, "You guys raised $8,500 for the food bank. Like that's unbelievable." And he talked like no obligations to come over whatsoever. But yeah, it's just it's cool. It's certainly a cool event to be part of.
Yeah, good job by the Sens on that night. And Wally, you might get comeback player of the year. We need like an award, like perseverance and dedication to the podcasting. Brent Wallace.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody but Jason York.
What a comeback. What a comeback. Cocktails and canopies.
Canopies would be like an awning.
Wow, sorry, Wally. I'm not a socialite like you now.
All right, we're moving on. Got some stuff to cover before we get to the Sens. The Sens will play in Boston tonight. We'll figure that out in a sec. Looks like there's some lineup changes or one. Very disappointed in myself, like kicking myself last night when I realized I knew there was something I needed to ask Drake or bring up with Drake and to have him discuss publicly. And no, before we get to it, he admitted on the Sens podcast that he likes his steaks well done. Never has he brought this up to me, ever. And I'm disappointed in this.
Do you think it's because he doesn't want to be associated with you? That's an exclusive club, right?
Well, clearly it's a lot bigger than people want to maybe admit. Fire up the well done.
You guys could have like a group therapy session.
Well, hold on. There's also something else got. I heard the big pretzel mystery was broken.
So Graham asked me like right after. He's like, "Okay, who is it that get?" And I said, "I'm not telling you." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I want him to come on the show and admit that it was him, as opposed to calling him out or publicly saying it, unless he wanted to admit it." But no more. I forgot, so I'm bringing it up. The guy that owes me $16, which I'll never get back. One, I think we have. I found a picture of it from Quebec City.
You bought the pretzel. This is the $16 pretzel.
It is Drake Batherson who had the pretzel and popcorn.
So just to reset the story, you were sitting there. Drake wasn't playing, and you went to you offered to go to the snack bar.
He came up because normally there's some food, snacks in the press box, and there was none. He's like, "Damn, I'm hungry." And I'm like, he's like, "I'll just go to where are the concessions?" And I'm like, "You're not going down to the concessions. Come on now." And so I said I'd go for him. And so I said, "What do you want? Some popcorn?" He's like, "Sure." And as we're walking towards the elevator, he's like, "Do you think you could get me a pretzel too?" And and I'm like, "Sure." "Do you want mustard?" "No mustard, just plain." And then I brought it back, and so he was already sitting because I think the period had almost started, and he's with I think 4 other guys that aren't playing that game, and they're all like, "Hey, whoa, how do we get this?" And anyway, I went and sat back down.
So the moral of the story is the pretzel was super expensive, and you're at $16 for a massive pretzel, and you want your $16 back from Drake.
Yes.
So steaks well done. No mustard on the pretzel.
Yeah.
What's going on? I have so many questions for Drake now.
Yeah. Well, he's a Maritimer. His mom is probably like I don't want to speak it. My mom would just cook the hell out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
was this discussed? Was this discussed on Monday on the podcast?
No, I forgot to bring it up to him.
Come on. Well, how do you forget this kind of stuff?
He'll be on again.
I have a lot going on.
He'll be on again.
Nobody wants to hear about hockey. They want to hear about what Drake likes, how he likes his steak.
So the show, okay, this is how he was supposed to be on Tuesday. On Monday morning, I was told that another player might be joining us Tuesday. So I went to Drake after practice and said, "Hey, can you join us today?" He's like, "Sure." and then everything got. I just had to scramble and didn't get it down. The nerd report failed. Okay.
Well, next time he's on, we're gonna discuss the $16 he owes you because you've been talking about it now. Like you bring it up every day.
I know, and the one day I needed it, I forgot.
Come on now, you gotta. You're. You know, the other night you're at the party, and then now you're going up. Now you're talking about the $16. You're going down, down.
I've been on a high since I got the $50 back from you. So
$50, yeah, you're doing well. It's like a rumpy. You gotta kind of be consistent.
We're going to rename this to "Cooking It Hot with Wallace, York, and Nichols" because people are like, this is more of a food show and less about hockey. So.
It's what happens when the Sens don't play in a couple days. Come on.
That's very true. You gotta anyway, we gotta just have a little fun. Okay, so now let's get to the tweet part. The show's coming because we gotta get stuff cleared up for Frankie. And I know you want to talk some hockey. First though, yesterday we made a post about Drake Batherson about Curtis McDermott being in the lineup and the Sens playing well. And then our good friend Brooksy made a comment about Chris Simon in the 96 playoffs and how he helped win a cup for the Avs. And our good friend Graham couldn't let a good tweet go and just came over the top, rushing him.
Can't do this to Brooksy.
So hey, Chris Simon won a Stanley Cup with the Avs. Simon, according to Graham Nichols, had 16 goals and 34 points that season and tried to play through a severely sprained ankle that postseason. Injury kept him out of the final versus Florida. So you just destroyed Rob Brooks, and it was very unfortunate.
Friend of the show, Brooksy. Yeah. Brooksy was rolling. He's sitting at home having a cocktail, watching hockey. He's got two young kids, by the way, that wear Cousins jerseys, Nick Cousins jerseys. He's tweeting away. You know what, Chris Simon? He's sat on the bench, so Ottawa's doing a good thing with McDermott. They're 4-1-1, and then in comes Graham at what? That is incorrect data. According to my sources,
drop the hammer.
And then Brooksy's like, oh. Camera went all crazy. Brooksy's like, give Brooksy a break. Why? This isn't Brooksy from New York City. This is Ottawa Brooksy. Ottawa Brooksy's good people.
Torts. I came out with a torts response. Yeah.
You just torched old Brooksy.
This morning.
I tweeted back at Brooksy and I'm like, Brooksy, you are wise. I'm an owl. He's like, he's feeling good.
Not Graham.
Not on Graham's watch.
Sorry, Brooksy.
Sure.
And then Brooksy did tweet again this morning. I think, God, I sent it to you. There we go.
Look at this. Beautiful.
He has got Nick Cousins jerseys. By the way, next time Chesky comes on the show, hopefully soon, we let him know that these two Brooksies aren't surprised to see me making a difference on the first line because their old man knows what he's talking about.
I love it. I like Brooksy talks in the third person too. It's
to make it up to Brooksy. Next time we see him, Wally will buy him a pretzel.
No. I'm not. No, the wallet stays closed.
I think the little Brooksies deserve a trip to the fire hall to see
in the truck.
In the truck, yeah. That can happen. That can totally happen.
There. Yeah. The new calendars are out, by the way, for the Ottawa Fire Service firefighters. I don't know what you call it. Graham is Mr. April.
Ooh, that I'm not.
More of an April Fools. Yeah.
Where is these calendars? I want to see said calendars.
he's
if
not.
You follow them on Instagram. You can find them. If you follow Ottawa Fire, you got some. You'll see.
Are these like back in the '80s when you did those? Remember the sexy fireman calendars? Is it the same kind of deal you guys are doing?
Does Graham look like
firefighter
fireman calendar guy?
Yeah. Do I look like a sexy firefighter?
Are you tarps off in the calendar?
Tarps off? No. No. I think so. I didn't participate, but there was like several male and female members, and they all got outfitted wearing, I forget the suit company that kind of signed up for it, but they're all wearing like tuxedos and stuff. And the photo shoot was done at the Hard Rock Casino.
Remember the ones back in the day when they used to have the fire? They'd have a guy jacked. He'd be there showing the pythons off. Those days are over.
Yep, I think so.
The fun police takes everything away from everybody, eh?
Okay, moving on.
What's wrong with a fight? It's for charity. It's for good stuff.
That's okay. Jake, I know I didn't let you know. Let's start us off with Shoeless Joe's right into our good friend. We'll do all of them right now.
Am I kicking it off then? Okay. Yeah. Shoeless Joe's daily deals that you don't want to miss. Burgers, wings, cold beer, great prices. No fluff, just big flavor, 5 nights a week. Mondays, you got your fish and chips. Wings Tuesday, crispy sauce and only $10. Bring your appetite. Big Burger Energy Wednesday, massive burger starting at $10. Thursday night, half price wine and $10 flatbreads. Perfect for a date night or for catching up. And you also have Caesar Sundays. Shake up your Sunday with $6 Caesars. You have your game day bud deals. If there's a Canadian team on the screen, you get $9 buds all game long. Shoeless Joe's, where daily deals meet big flavor and good times on repeat in Kempville and Orleans.
Well, this show is also brought to you by BEI for equipment rentals, aggregate, topsoil, custom crushing and screening, hot mix paving. They can help you out with many, many things. So when you're planning your next project, please consider BEI for all your aggregate supply needs. Give them a call at 613-432-1120 or online at monitureexcavating.com. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley.
Don't forget, slow down when there's inclement weather on the road and you're going by snowplows because it's snowing now, Yorkie. This show also proudly presented to you by Bet365. Whatever your bet is, it's never ordinary. Bet365, download the app, get on the game, use code NATION. Must be 19 or older, Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody who has a gambling problem, visit connectsontario.ca. Okay, we're going to get into the Bruins game right now. But first, we're going to start with the Bruins and Sens. Boston has now won 4 straight. After going 4-7 to start the year. Ottawa favored to win in this one. How do you guys see this game setting up before I get to the parlay?
Ooh, good question. Yeah, I think Boston's won every game they played since Ottawa spanked them 7-2, right? I believe.
They're a funny team. They're a funny 20 team.
They haven't. Have they played since? No. Once?
No. Yeah, since late October, I think that's the last time.
Yeah, they have. This is the meeting since then.
I like Ottawa 5-on-5. It's just like it
depends. The Bruins haven't lost. They've won every game. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I misheard you.
I think so the Bruins have won every game since they played Ottawa, but smoke and mirrors. Like I don't think the Bruins are a very good team. I think they're punching above their weight right now. New coach Marco Sturm. They're obviously playing hard for him, but. 5-on-5, I think Ottawa's doing a lot of things really, really well. I'm just curious to see. Like, for me, it comes down to goaltending. I think. Like,
so okay, I just need a brief synopsis, not the entire 60 minutes. I just want to know what you think of the win, and we'll move on to the Linus Ullmark stuff you want.
I like Ottawa's chances unless Linus Ullmark doesn't play well.
Yeah, Marco Sturm, it's crazy. Last time I saw Marco Sturm was on the plane because he was in the poker game with me. We had a fantastic poker game. It was Marco Sturm, Mark Savard, myself, Glenn Murray. Crazy, he's the coach of the Boston Bruins right now. Very good poker player, a good coach too. I've heard a lot of good things about him, but I like Ottawa plays the Bruins well.
Not in Boston is the problem.
Yeah, I can't. I think Ullmark's gonna have himself a game. Like he's, he has to. Like he's been kind of up and down. And they need him. They need him to step up. I like Ottawa. PK. As long as the PK is solid, Ullmark's good. I like how a lot of guys are playing right now.
Wow. So yeah, the PK and Ullmark they've always been the question marks every game. So you put a lot out there.
Well, what are you going to say? What are you going to say? It's early.
Better keep it short because Wally's going to bite your head off.
We're sticking to a schedule.
A schedule. Yeah. You know what? You know why I'm taking Ottawa? Because it's the dads. When the dads are there, the guys come to play. Not
1-1 last season.
Not letting the dads down.
1-1 last season with the dads.
Yeah.
Buffalo and Detroit.
Yeah, they're going to go 2-0 with the dads this year.
Okay, all right. The Senators are 3-10 in their last 13 visits to Boston. They've won 2 of the last 3, however. Shutout in the last meeting, January 23rd, 2025.
Hold on. Didn't they go into Boston last year? Because they had one of their best games ever. They didn't allow a shot in a entire period of hockey.
Was that not in Ottawa?
No, that was in Boston.
All right.
That was in Boston.
I can't. Anyway, okay.
Great memory, Yorkie.
Was in Boston. That was their last time there. Played their best period of hockey.
Well, maybe. Yeah, they still lost 2-0.
Yeah, but they had that great period. So.
But I agree with you. Yes. Okay. And Ani just says, oh no, hang on. Where'd it go? I can't keep up. Never mind. I'm moving on. I saw something about Timmy's goal. Oh yeah. Shutout because Timmy goal was disallowed due to early whistle. I do remember that. Okay, here's the Brent's bet parlay. I need some help because I had one this. So Bet365 had the money line on Ottawa. Drake Batherson to score a goal and Tim Stützle an assist. Drake has never scored a goal in Boston. So I took this off and I went with my own, which is Ridley Gregg, a point. I just feel like this is a game made for him, a little grindy game maybe. Jake Sanderson to block a shot. Drake Batherson, 2 shots on goal. Tim Stützle, a point. Over 6 goals scored in this game. And Ottawa to win.
The Riddler is off to a slow start, statistically wise, isn't he? Just 1 in 3. Yeah, like what's going on there?
So I noticed this yesterday, and I still put him down for a point. And I don't know if it's new. He was shaking his wrist at the beginning of practice, just in the skate, Yorkie, like the warm up.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed him do it a couple times, and he wasn't. I don't remember it being taped, so I don't know if it's bothering him. It's just the way he kind of seemed to wince as he was just shaking it a little. And that's
the same. Was that the same wrist from the postseason last year?
See, I think it was his right wrist yesterday.
Anyway, because I had asked him like in one of his availabilities like earlier this year, like how does his wrist feel after last season? He said it feels great and everything's fine. So
so I don't want to make this seem like it's something it isn't. I just noticed it and it just seemed odd to me. But again, didn't see any tape on either wrist for that matter.
I had him as one of my breakout players of the year this year. I was. It's still early. But it'd be nice to see him get going offensively, especially with Brady being out, because you would think, right, left shot. He's probably your next up left shot as far as depth chart goes on the wing. So they could use some. Yeah, they could use some more offense from him for sure.
All right. Last but not least. So now that we've got all this out of the way, made the bet, here's what Gertie has to say today.
All right, Gertie. Who are you picking today?
Forget the amateur
Bruins or
photography.
Sens?
You tell you both.
How do you think that's going to go? You're going to have to go in the witness protection program.
Gertie picks the Bruins, but actually she may have been picking a tie. It might go to overtime. Bruins in overtime. I think that's
Bruins
what that is.
in OT. Are those specialty treats, Wally, or just like your average? Because our dog has 2 different treats. There's the Crunchios, which are just the usuals, and then you got the high reward, like a liver treat or a sweet potato wrapped bacon. What do you go with?
So she has 3 treats, but that is just her kibble.
Oh, you're just using standard kibble for that.
Yeah, because they're big enough and they're crunchy enough, and but she gets liver treats. She also gets a beef stick and
a beef stick.
And then there's like I think it's fish, anyway. Yeah, she's we actually had to stop giving her treats. The vet got mad at us.
A little overweight.
She was. We needed to get her down to her bikini bod and her summer girl bod, and she wasn't there. Okay. Here we go. Let's get into the Boston game. So the Bruins have won 4 straight. They're playing really well. So Ottawa's going in. However, the number 1 ranked faceoff team. They've got their power play sits 7th, goals for 7th. It's just defensively they continue to struggle. Will we see a turnaround today?
You hope so. Like I was looking at Allmark's numbers from last year, and contrasting them with this season. I was working on a piece for the Hockey News that should hopefully get published today. Very similar, right? Like last year, I think in his first 11 or 13 games, he was like 880 save percentage, was sub 500. I think he was like 4-7 or something like that.
Yep.
and he had goals against average above 3. And then he turned it on from like November 27th on. Obviously, he had an injury second game of the season against Montreal. Took a while for him to find his game, but like he arrived in camp this year, Wally. Like you were in that scrum with him on day 2 of camp, where he made like some offhand comment about how he can't come into camp feeling this way next year. Just he's learned some things, and I don't know if that's an indication that this is a player who might not be where he wants his body to be at a certain time. But the further you get into the season, you hope, okay, here we go. Like the more games he plays, maybe he'll get in better shape.
But
start feeling
again,
better.
he said yesterday, and he pointed to his head. It's all up here for the most of it.
You think so?
Yeah, he made the comment yesterday.
Because he was getting eviscerated by some goalie analysts over like the last month, couple weeks. Like Stephen Valiquette was on. Yeah, Stephen Valiquette was on Sportsnet Radio.
He's really good.
Mid-October, and he was extremely critical of how Ullmark was playing. Just not. He was
competing. Just back on again on with Kipper and said the same thing again.
Yeah, it's just like so. Essentially, just to paraphrase what Valiquette was saying is this: Ullmark strikes him as the kind of goalie who, just through his play, body language, and everything else, he's a guy who relies too much on his true talent without competing and battling enough for his teammates. And that's not it's not glowing praise at all. But like Ullmark obviously is supremely talented. It's just a matter of how do you get that consistency and how do you get him dialed in. And to this point in the season, it hasn't happened yet. So,
geez, he's a big dude, eh? Like in street clothes. Like he's a big man. Yeah. 861 is not going to cut it. Save percentage. But like he had a slow start last year too.
Mm-hmm.
He had a slow start. He had a slow start last year. So hopefully this is similar to last year, because when he got going last year, when he was healthy, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we need that Ullmark. Like Ottawa needs that Ullmark if they're going to be a playoff team.
So between November 27th and December 19th last year, 8-0-1, 9.54 save percentage, 2 shutouts.
There you go.
Goals against average, I think, was like 1.34. Like obviously, like unsustainably high numbers.
Yeah.
But like for me, just looking at Ullmark, his numbers last year, I think he finished the league like 17th or some top 20 in goals saved above expected. But for me, that stretch of unsustainable play where he was just lights out, unconscious,
it's crazy.
I wonder like how much they inflated his total numbers, because if you take away like in terms of his entire body of work here in Ottawa, if you take that 9-game stretch away, and I know it's like part of his body of work, so it's like, you know, if you picked any player's best stretch, it's going to make his numbers look worse. But like in like the rest of the 50 games that he's played, essentially he's been like an 880 save percentage goalie. Goals above average is very high. It's above 3, and he's a 500 goalie in terms of his record. Mm-hmm. So that 1 month, he had that 1 month stretch, but everything else has been kind of mediocre and
pedestrian.
Very. And you know, when you're paying a guy like 8.25, he's 32 years old. He's not like the youngest guy in the league anymore. He's certainly not old per se. And tons of goaltenders have had success in their 30s, into their mid 30s. But like,
like here's how many games this year has Linus Ullmark won? And that's like, you need that from a goalie. You need to have those games. And I don't know.
So I agree. He's been subpar, but like it's not like if you talk body of work, I'm looking more at his career.
And that's the other thing, Yorkie. Like he's a 915 career save percentage. Like
it's that's reasonable. All well and good. He played in Boston, won a Vezina. He played in Buffalo. Those are different teams, different systems.
And he's younger, and like, you know, like I don't know what he does. I don't know what the work that he puts in the offseason. I don't know how he conditions himself and how he handles himself in the offseason. But like if to Valiquette's point, if what he says is true, and this is like he believes that this is a guy who just relies on his true talent level, well, that's great for a certain amount of time when you're young. But when you start entering your 30s and you know, it's like Yorkie, like, you know, it's like it doesn't get easier to condition your body as you get older. Like you have to put in the work and to keep yourself at a high level.
32, you're not feeling it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not feeling it yet. You kind of start feeling it once you hit like 35. You're like, ooh, I'm sore today. Like you get up, you're like, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're like 37, like when I was, I'm like, I got no business being in this league anymore. Like it's fast, and I'm like going to games like hurt before I'm even starting the game. but 32 is not old. And he hasn't played a ton of games in the league. Like I'm looking at his overall games. Like he's in good shape. From what I hear, comes to camp in decent shape. He's a bigger guy,
He's a
body.
pro.
He's a pro, but I think for somebody to criticize a player that's not there day in and day out, that's difficult to do, because unless you're there watching him practice, watching him daily in and day out, like you can cherry pick stuff and you can watch some highlights from a game. But to me, it's more about how you practice, how you prepare. When I watch him, I don't think of him as lazy. He's some guys that are talented just look like it's easy and looks like they're not.
He looks slow.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
No, I don't mean that. Like, just you see rebounds, and you can see it from sitting up in a press box. You're like, why aren't you moving over there? And he just seems slow to react. Yeah. That's the one.
I would say this month is, this is nothing new to anybody. This month is huge.
Yeah,
like Ottawa needs to start playing some consistent hockey and pile up some wins, and he's going to be the guy that's going to have to put this team on his back. So, when this month is done, and we'll see what happens. But to me, it's too early to say, he's this or he's that. I want to see a little bit more. Ottawa's right in a decent spot right now. What are they, 6-5? They're hovering around a wild card spot. So it's time for Allmark to get on a round. It's time for this team to start playing some consistent hockey, and we'll see. I think let's have this conversation again a month from now, and we'll have a better idea.
All right.
I do like the fact that they're giving him opportunities to run with it. Like they're not necessarily putting Levy in right away. Like they're trying to give him time and afford him that time to get going here. But
time is now.
I think he's got 3 more years at 8.25. Like they're paying him to be the guy, and they need him to be the guy. And if he's not the guy, it's going to hinder this. It's going to hinder them.
He's got to be the guy.
I still struggle with sending your backup goaltender down to the minors to get games, to learn how to play the game. You should be getting it in Ottawa and the NHL. Anyway,
Levy.
Yeah, I still don't like. Oh, anyway, let's bring in Frankie Corrado, because he knows much more than I'll ever know.
Frankie and I, we're both defensemen. Like, nobody. It's so tough to figure out goalies. Ask Frankie.
I am. If you'd stop talking. Welcome to the show, Frankie Corrado.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Frankie.
Hey.
What's up, Frankie? How's it going?
Nice to see you.
Goalies are crazy. They're so unpredictable.
Right?
Yeah. And you know what's even crazier, Yorkie? It's not when they're nuts. It's when you get a normal one. Guys around the room will be like, a new goalie comes to a team and you're like, that guy's the most normal goalie. There's got to be something else, but that guy seems normal, man. It's weird. It's weird how that happens.
Frankie, did you ever room with a goalie? Like I roomed with actually ex-Leaf Damian Rhodes, like total weirdo, but great guy. So like they always put me with goalies. I don't know why. But were you a guy that like hung out? Because the D kind of we're close to them.
I roomed with like one road trip. Remember Casimir Kaskasuo? We roomed together on the Marlies. He was like the Leafs' 3rd or 4th string at the time. And he brought like the video game whole setup, right? Like he basically said, like, I was like a pretty veteran guy in the American League at this time. And he brought the whole video game set, and he's like, hey, I hope you weren't planning on watching TV tonight. Like I was going to put in a shift with the video games. And I swear to God, I went right down to the lobby. I put my credit card down and I got a room for myself. And I said, I can't do this. Like within 5 seconds, I was downstairs, and it was a Monday night. And I said to myself, like, I'm watching The Bachelor tonight. Like there's no one's getting in the way of me watching The Bachelor tonight. So maybe I'm a weirdo too, but I don't care.
Yeah, what kind of guy, what kind of nerd brings his video games? I'm playing video games all year. Like what happened to like, how about we go down and have a cocktail, and then after we'll watch The Bachelor together? Like, geez.
See? Yeah, exactly.
Team guy.
Was this the Jesse Palmer season?
No, this is back when what's his face was still doing it. Chris Harrison. This would have been.
But wasn't Jesse a bachelor at one point?
He was. He was, which makes sense too. The guy's a stud.
He's not doing a fireman's. He's not doing a fireman's calendar like Graham Nichols, though, Frankie.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Fireman's calendar's out.
See, now you're just spreading rumors, Yorkie.
He's in there.
Sorry, Frankie. You can relate. Well, not that you can relate, but you understand defensemen. So Jordan Spence is a point per game player, but he can't find his way to the lineup regularly. Looks like he will play tonight based on practice. Yesterday, he was taking all the rushes with Tyler Kleven. What do you do in that situation between him and Nick Matinpalo if you're Travis Green?
The hard part, Wally, is they're just so different. There's nothing similar about those players. So when one goes in, you're getting a totally different element than when the other guy goes in. And if okay, I'm happy you brought up the lines right now, because just look at the right side of the ice. Like, we're very familiar with Artem Zub's game. It's not overly imposing or physical. Same with Nick Jensen, and obviously the same with Jordan Spence. So on the right side of the ice, like, you're kind of giving up a little bit of meat. Whereas when Matinpalo's in, but most importantly, not just when he's in, if he actually does it, because if he doesn't do it, then there's no point of having him in the lineup. He's got to be blocking shots. He's got to be physical. He's got to be ending plays in his own zone. When he does that, he brings an element that you would like, and you, quite frankly, you need on the right side of the ice. Jordan Spence is a pretty good puck mover. I don't think he's like, the fact that he's a point per game player is not a true indicator of him being like this big offensive talent. Like, I don't see him that way. I think he's pretty good with the puck, but he has a tendency to like get out muscled, and the plays can continue in his own zone when he's on the ice. He's a good player, but that's, I think, the challenge for Travis Green is like, you're not swapping these guys out and getting a similar effect. You're swapping these guys out, and it kind of does change what your blue line looks like. So it just depends on what your appetite is for any given game, and also who's playing well or not. Yeah. But for me, like, if I was starting a playoff series tomorrow as the Senators, Matinpalo's in the lineup. But with the way he's played some of the nights anyways, I'm kind of second guessing it. But when he plays his best, I'm very happy with what he brings to the table.
So, Frankie, I got a question for you. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, sorry, Travis Green alluded to Ottawa's record when McDermott's in line, Curtis McDermott, 4-1-1. You can talk about correlation, causation, but he stressed one of the positives about having McDermott in the lineup is it affords him the opportunity in games to use guys like Timmy, Drake with the fourth liners. In saying that, if that's one of the positives about getting those skill guys on the fourth line, more minutes and everything else, why not contemplate dressing 7 defensemen where you can kill 2 birds with one stone? You can integrate Spence into the lineup, and then you can keep Matinpalo in. Like, why not pivot to that?
Yorkie, you want to do the 7 defenseman thing, or you want me to handle this one?
You take it. Frankie, 7D is it's a clusterfuck.
Okay, 7D. You've spent some time around hockey players, like you've talked to guys. 7D, it's like the house is on fire back there, trying to figure out who's up next, and then everyone is so routine oriented. This is like the macro, okay? Like, everyone's so routine oriented every day, to the point that they go to the bathroom at the same time at the rink before a game, and they have the bagel at the same time. And so you get into the game and you're like, I just want to know that my shift is going to come when it's supposed to come. And I don't want to account for change and variance that much anyways. You have to a certain degree. And it's like, now all of a sudden we got to work this 7th guy in, and you're going to miss a shift. And then the rotation comes back around. Oh, wait, now we got a power play. So now, Sandy's got to go out there for a minute and a half, and then they're going to do the second unit. And then we might have a TV timeout. And now you're sitting there, you're like, we dressed this extra guy so he can play, 9 or 10 minutes. It's going to eat a little bit of ice time away from me. I don't know when the hell I'm going on the ice. Like, I find 70, that's all the bad stuff about it. The good stuff about it is you don't hurt anyone's feelings because everyone gets to play. So
everyone gets a popsicle. Actually, Frankie, you summed it up perfectly. But the thing about 7D is it makes everybody play worse, because you ask any defenseman, the more you're into the defense is a position where if you get out of rhythm, because you can get away with it on the wing, you miss your check, you miss an assignment, you're probably not getting scored on. But 7D, you get out of your rhythm and you're not mentally in the game like you normally are, you're gonna give up a goal. You're gonna make a blatant error, and Frankie, I hated it. And as a coach, like when I coached junior for 5 years, the amount of times I addressed 7D zero.
Right. Listen, there's teams that have done it pretty well. Like Tampa did it for a long time, and has done it well. Edmonton at times has done it. You can, where I think you need to do 7D, or you can do 7D, is if your fourth line gives you basically nothing, and you have like guys that it's just such a log jam where you're like, I can't fathom not having this defenseman in the lineup. Now, I don't think that's the case for the Sens. Like, if Spence is not in the lineup on a given night, it's just it is. I hate to say it is what it is, but that's the old cliche. It kind of is what it is. It's just hard to navigate. And the thing about McDermott, like if we're talking about that, if you take him out, I know he plays 2 minutes some nights, 5 minutes some nights, but there's something about him kind of barking on the bench, whether it's to the the opposition or to you, encouragement. Like, everyone just walks a little taller with a guy like that on their side. So if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes, it does matter. And if it matters even just a little bit and it helps you win games, you're okay with it.
Thank you. I'm the only one on this panel that's smart enough to know that.
Well,
now Yorkie's trying to say he.
It's the one thing. It's the one thing we agreed on. It's the one because the best thing about having a number one is there in case you need him, in case a game goes hairy, but it allows you to get a forward that's running hot to play more. Like, it's great. It's like, hey, Drake, go down and play with Lars Eller for a shift, and then Eller's like, all right, I get the Drake for.
Dude, you don't
shift
think Lars Eller's pumped up
right?
about that?
Exactly.
Right? Like, he's pumped. He goes, I'm going to get a shift with Batherson. The guy's on fire. Everything's going in for him. And Lars Eller, like, I'm doing the panel tonight, and we're going to talk about Lars Eller off the top. Like, the way he's fit into the team has been, I think, perfect. Having him be such a dependable, reliable guy in a fourth line role, who you're not going to ask for much more from him, but the puck touches that he gets are all like, it's clean stuff because he's a more skilled player than a fourth liner, but the feet maybe don't allow him to play more. It's like, it's a great fit, and it's worked quite well. And anytime you get a chance to mix in a skill player with him, I'm sure he's very appreciative of that.
Yeah, he's looked really good, especially on the power play as well. Back to Jordan Spence. And you brought it up about he gets out muscled, because people are like, well, just put him on the third pair, but you need bigger guys who typically play against bigger lines, third and fourth lines, right? So the argument is, would you take Nick Jensen out of the lineup, who doesn't appear to be 100%, and put Jordan Spence in that spot?
It's a hard move to make. It would have to go really bad, like really south to contemplate doing that. The other thing is health related, right? Like if and this would be totally internal, and we wouldn't be privy to this stuff, but if Jensen is coming into the athletic trainer's room after every game and saying, guys, it's not going well, like, I just don't feel good, then you're probably more likely to make that decision. But if Jensen can give you close to what his capacity is, you'll be happy with that, and you'll get more out of it than Jordan Spence. Like, Jordan Spence was always going to be third pair guy, has to play sheltered minutes, and can do well in those minutes, given the right situation. I think when you ask more from him, and I think at times LA did ask more, it was tough sledding, and certain things got exposed. So he's one of those guys, you got to play him right where he's supposed to be. It's tough to ask him to do what Jensen does, even though it might not look like he's 100% right now.
Frankie, it's a weird dynamic too when you have, let's say everyone's healthy and you decide to take Matinpalo out. Like the way Ottawa's defense, and you kind of broke it down, there's not a lot of big and long back there. And if you look at the league right now, everybody likes big and long, and Ottawa just kind of has a shortage of that. So I think he'll get his chance. If Jensen gets hurt or Zub gets hurt, then he slots in. Like, it's just going to be that way for a while, and things will play out. But it's a weird fit for him, because when everyone's healthy, you don't have. And you take Matinpalo out, you're kind of your only big guy is Clevin back there.
Matinpalo's a good player when he plays to his capability. Guy played at the Four Nations for Finland. He's quite good. And the other thing that's interesting about this whole conversation, right, is we're talking about a third pair defenseman. And so is that a good thing or a bad thing that this is what the market talks about a lot? Because in theory, you're like, if that's the biggest concern right now, the team should be pretty good, which they are pretty good. Yes, they need, the goaltenders to play better and make the timely saves, especially early in the game, not make critical errors, which, at times has kind of reared its head, but I wouldn't say is a theme of the team. But if we're talking this much about a third pair defenseman, the roster should be in pretty good shape, which I would say it is in pretty good shape.
Agreed. That's what I've always said. If we're discussing the 7th D, then we finally have somebody in this roster that can play in the NHL who's on the outside looking in.
Which is good. Like, think about that. Yes. You brought in Spence and you brought in an NHL defenseman. You're not asking, if you go back through the history lesson, you're not asking Lassie Thompson or JBD when he was young or whoever. Right. Like, you're not asking those guys to do more than they're capable of. Actually, you're probably saying, you might be capable of more, but I just don't have room for you. It's a good situation.
Spot. Okay, 2 quick questions before you go. 1, can you fix the diamond penalty kill?
Okay, the diamond penalty kill, everyone's doing it in the league. Like, there's only a handful of teams that don't do this anymore. This probably changed about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago. A lot of teams went to this, and the whole kind of notion around it was, we're going to pressure the half walls as hard as we can. And if they break that pressure, we're going to have someone right on top of the defenseman so he can't bomb away on one-timers. But the key is everyone has to be applying pressure. Like, you have to make sure they're under duress. And you'll say that, listen, if you can make 2 or 3 passes that get down to the goal line where there might be a 2-on-1 available now, tip your cap, man. You broke our pressure and you did it. Now, you have to all be on the same page in the sense that, like, if one player's going, the next guy's going, and you're reading and you're anticipating. So I don't have an issue with the diamond where they lag behind is one guy goes and then the other guy's waiting to see and react. And it's almost like you can't do that. It's just got to be anticipate, see if you can kill it. If you can't kill it and they make the play, hope your goaltender makes a save. But that's the way, like, the teams that are doing the diamond well and successfully, that's how they're doing it. And the other penalty kill that was very prevalent for a long time is called, top-down pressure. So if you can picture it this way, the puck goes from the defenseman in the middle to the half wall. Well, now my penalty killing forward is going to take a route that pushes the half wall player down and tries to cut off the pass back. But guys got too good threading it under your stick, backhand sauce passes, and it was opening up the middle of the ice. Like, it was like an ocean was opening up. And so that's why a lot of teams went to this diamond now. You just have to apply enough pressure and execute with the way you do it.
Frankie, the thing that drives people in Ottawa nuts is, to your point, they pressure, and so many times the guy down low for the power play guy is just got so much time to make a play, and it's like it's basically a one-on-one with Allmark, and they're like, how did this happen? Like, could you imagine Frankie giving a guy that much time to make a play?
Nikita Kucherov.
It makes no sense.
Well, yeah, exactly. Right. And you can also, if you're the down low defenseman, like, and some teams have rules on this thing, they don't want you going down, like, and sliding and covering the ice. But I mean, sometimes you have to. That's just the nature of it. You're in desperation mode.
Okay, last
Frankie, I got a question for you then. Like, we're coming up on like 100 games worth of results, right? With his PK since the time that Travis has got here, regular season, postseason games included. It's still inconsistent as hell. It just, in terms of the aggressiveness, when it falls back into like a passive formation, they're not pressuring hard. How do you explain like the inconsistencies just in like the passivity to the aggressiveness on a game to game basis? Because it's just, as a fan and as someone who watches the team regularly, it's just it's agonizing to watch at times.
It's hard to explain, and the thing is, it's a lot of the, like, there's been consistency in the lineup, meaning like you didn't turn over 3 or 4 penalty killers this year that left the team, and now you're trying to teach new guys. Now every year you come in and you're going to have different cues on when to go, when not to go. Like, that's all. You kind of do start from scratch every single season, but I think it's more just, a lot of the times the power play is a focus in practice, and every once in a while, and maybe when you're going through it as the penalty kill, it's almost like, we're going to put a bunch of guys who aren't on the penalty kill to practice power play reps, token power play, and we're going to actually dig into our penalty kill and practice that. But have you guys have seen like practice time is at a premium this year, right? Like there's just, you know, and it should be a priority for the Sens, but practice time has been really hard to come by, not just for the Sens, for a lot of teams with the schedule the way it is.
So, and you'll appreciate this, I was just a former pro player. I was told one of the reasons teams stopped practicing as much as they did, like I can remember even in Yorkie's days, like you played the night before, it didn't matter. You had to skate the next day. You skated on game day. You rarely got a day off unless it was like Sunday. I'm told now because the game is so much quicker that players expend so much more energy in a game that they can't continue to keep doing practices day after day. Like they've got to find a way to have some downtime.
Well, they also make you practice like you play, right? Like how many times did you hear that? Like we're not going to go out and waste our time. Let's go have a good hard practice. Now you can do a 25-minute practice. You don't have to do a 40-minute practice. But when you shrink that up, what are you doing? You got like one thing that you can work on, and then you're doing a few other, you know, kind of puck touches, whatever. It's tough. It's tough to mix it all in. There's no exact science to it. It's just you have to have a feel for it.
Okay, quickly. One Sens fan and Van, Frankie, you have to use the explanation of the diamond tonight. Such a plain and insightful explanation. Thank you. So put the PK into your.
If they get a penalty kill in the first period, we'll have it in the first intermission. We'll draw it up. We'll make it look professional.
Perfect. Okay, before we go, earlier this year in the preseason, Drake Batherson got hungry. I bought him some popcorn and a pretzel from the concession stand. I'm just curious if you have any tales from the press box during your days. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you're such a good storyteller.
Yeah, no, I got stuff for you, man. Like I was a professional press box, you know, and food eater. So basically my routine was come to the game, do my bike ride, like do my workout. And then the wives' room in Toronto was basically like attached to the Leafs dressing room. So there was like a back little hallway. And so I'd go in there and like grab, you know, popcorn, whatever, pizza. But then I didn't want to hang out in the wives' room because they would all be coming back in during the intermission. So then I would like go into like the hot tub area and literally sit by myself like a loner and just eat basically, and stay out of everyone's way, because the number one rule when you are not playing is to don't mess with the regulars. Yeah, don't be seen. Don't mess with the regulars. I got a great picture for you. I'm like 2 seconds from pulling it up. Bear with me.
No, that's
now,
okay.
I used to be also like, I sampled all the popcorns from around the NHL. So this one's December 5th, 2015. That's in St. Louis. So I tried to see how much of that I could finish. So that one was an interesting one.
What about hot dogs in Montreal?
Hot dogs in Montreal, yeah, that's a staple. I have a great picture from Chicago where we were like, I don't know. It's one of those things where you're healthy scratch so much, and eventually you're just like, I'm just going to see if I can finish this massive bag of popcorn. I can't find it, but I mean, you guys, you get the deal. Oh, hold on. I think it was year 2 of being healthy scratched. Here it is.
Oh my! You tried to eat that in the game?
I told our strength coach right after I did like the workout and the bike ride, I go, I'm going to dive into this thing, take a before picture. I don't think we got an after picture, so it couldn't have gone well.
The best. Oh, the amount of salt and butter in there, Frankie. You have to get on the bike for like an hour after that.
That's what happens when you're healthy scratch for 800 games in a row.
Oh. It's true though. Hey, you get there, you're by yourself, and you're feeling bad about yourself. Well, give me some food. I'm depressed.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, I knew you'd probably have some story.
That's so good.
I appreciate your time, Frankie, as always. I'm hoping you did get a mug, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I got the mug.
Okay,
I use it often. There's too much going on. I couldn't bring it up.
No, it's okay, but it is a great mug.
It's a great mug.
The size is perfect.
Yeah, I caught my wife using it the other day too, and I'm like, you're using my mug, are you?
Well, might be able to get her one too. Thank you for coming on. I always appreciate. I know you're stupid busy, so I appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me on, boys. Nice talking.
See ya, Frankie.
Thanks, Frankie.
There goes Frankie Corrado. TSN analyst, does a hell of a job, and all around.
He's good. He's a good dude. Reminds me, the You guys remember Austin Powers? We'll go way back. Fat Bastard. Remember Fat Bastard, Wally? I eat because I'm hungry. I'm eat because I'm depressed. It's a vicious cycle, and I just keep going round and round. That's what happens when you're healthy scratch. So sometimes you don't find out till you get to the game. You look at the board, you're not playing, you go to your bike ride, you go eat, and you have more food. It's just a vicious cycle. It goes round and round.
But you're also just bored.
Yeah.
For 2.5 hours of sitting up in the you're just bored, and there's always just free food. Well, for the most part. Tampa and Florida have great press box snacks.
Where was I the other night where they had the massive bags of popcorn in the press box? Was it Winnipeg that had them?
You were Washington. You were Nashville.
It wasn't. It was. I'll remember it later. Anyways, they brought out basically. I'm sitting in my booth and I have one of those big bags of popcorn. I'm just, I gotta stop this. It's because then you get on the plane after and there's more food. Well, it's the NHL. It doesn't stand for the National Hockey League, Graham. It's the Never Hungry League. That's what it actually stands. You just eat all the time, eh, Wally?
It's wild. There's just food. There's just always food.
That's why so much.
Dallas Aikens came in.
Yeah.
So Dallas Aikens comes in and is now the new head coach of the Edmonton Oilers, and he eliminates all the donuts and everything for the media at the beginning. He had I think there were veggie trays and granola bars.
I remember one of the guys
was a revolt.
But the media,
I'm trying to think of one of the media guys complained about it openly on Twitter. I can't remember
donuts,
Matheson or Stauffer.
But I don't understand that. You want a portly media group. He was trying to get the media in shape. No, they want to eat. Media's got a bunch of yuck mouths. They don't want to eat well. They want the donuts. They want the salty pretzels.
Well, who was the old Ottawa Senator who complained about the media here, and he was talking about how they just drank beer, and who was that?
Oh,
Kovalev? Was it Kovalev?
One of the players complained about the media's eating habits.
Yeah, and then he said that one of them was stealing beer off the plane, and
what?
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Come on, we got to dive into this. Hold on. Alexei Kovalev complained that one of the media was eating all the food on the plane and drinking all the beer and then putting it in his bag.
Yeah, it would take cans of beer off and put them in his bag as he left the plane. Yeah. I'll try and dig it up, but
that's funny.
And it wasn't me, Matty J. It was an Ottawa Citizen reporter.
Ottawa Citizen. Who was it? Who was taking the pints? Who was taking?
I don't know that he named names, but I believe he was referring to Alan Panzeri. But I'm not 100%.
Alan Panzeri was taking beers off the plane.
Again, I didn't see it. Allegedly,
I don't see it because Ottawa used to travel. All the media used to be on the plane, right?
Oh yeah, there'd be photographers. You'd have the Sun, the Citizen, Le Droit. You might even have two, Don Brennan and Bruce on the plane, and then there was probably a contingent of 10 maybe.
Oh, Jake found the full quote there.
Jake's got the full quote.
Wow, full quote, Jake, Wally. You're not messing around. Quote. All right, my opinion of it is. Oh, it is Kobe. Yeah, okay. My opinion of Ottawa journalists is that they don't watch hockey at all. When they fly with the team and go through the metal detector at the airport, their bags are filled with beer. You realize right away that these people. You realize right away what these people do when they write about the NHL. Don't hold back, Kobe.
In Kovalev's mind, they got back to the hotel to finish their story. They've got a 6-pack and they're just hammering it down.
We need Frank McDougall to take a photo of Wally going through a metal detector at an airport with just a bag full of beer. That's what we need.
Dropping out of the bag. One last thing before we go.
So good.
I just curious, when you hear this music, what vibes come through your body? Jay?
Well, Christmas starlight, everybody's all right. Having a good time, keep it rocking.
All right. You not know this? Yorkie.
It's a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
What goes through my mind is
this is our last year giveaway. We did this for 12 straight shows.
I remember, but when Christmas music comes on early November, I'm like, it's a little early for Christmas music.
No, I'm just getting into the mood. So
we're not going to be into the mood. No, it's too early.
No, listen, I'm just trying to get people starting to think. We're working towards it. I'm way behind on this. If you or a business know anybody that'd like to donate to our 12 Days of Christmas, we do have some stuff already, but happy to have donations. Janny has offered up PWHL tickets, whatnot. Anyway, if you'd like to, feel free to reach out to cihsens@gmail.com. We'd love to do it again. It's just it's busy. It's a lot of work lately. Not that you'd know, Yorkie, because you didn't remember the song.
I don't think Panzeri was around when Kovalev was on the team. It's somebody else, Wally.
Oh,
it wasn't
a while ago. That was what, like 09, 010?
Somebody else.
No.
Taking beer off the plate. I'm curious now to who he's referring to. You know who I could see taking beer off the plane? Oh, my old buddy Donnie Brennan. I could see Donnie just filling his bag with his pints as he leaves the airport.
2009-10 and 2010-11. Those were the seasons that he was here.
And Alan Panzeri was working in 2011 with the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But again, allegedly, I didn't see it.
One of the Alan was he's a shorter guy, wore glasses. Like, he didn't look like a sports writer.
So Ray Emery wanted to inflict harm on him in Detroit one day.
Panzeri?
Yeah,
really?
He was angry with him. I forget what he wrote, but he was not happy with Alan Panzeri. Yeah.
I liked Alan. We used to have fun with him. Like, we used to give it, like, back then when you'd be on the bus, you would get the only way you would see what was written was they'd hand out the press clippings. Remember that, Wally? Get on the bus and everybody would get the press clippings, and you're all reading.
For those who don't know, every day every media team would assemble all the articles written across the league, and put them into a package. Yeah, because there was a lot more newspapers back then, but whatever. So it could be like 20 pages, 25 pages, depending on your market. And players, you could see every once in a while, they go, "Hey, we don't read anything," and then grab the clippings.
Oh, bullshit! Everyone's reading them. And then the funniest part of this is when you get on the bus on a road trip, all the reporters would be at the front of the bus, and the players are at the back, reading all these press clippings that was wrote about them. But the funniest, we're in Washington, and Lance Pitlick, who's a really, really funny guy. We always had the same bus driver in Washington. His nickname was Apple Ass. Everybody would get on the bus, you go, "Hey, Apple Ass, what's going on?" And Pitlick's all of a sudden, Pitlick's yelling at Apple Ass, who's it's always the same guy, and he's driving. Panzeri's on the bus, and all of a sudden,
Panzeri.
Whatever. And Pitlick yells up at Apple. He goes, "Apple-ass." He goes, "The pedal's on the right. Step on it. We're going to be late for dinner." He goes, "Panzeri's passing us on his scooter."
Panzeri.
So all of a sudden, you got 20 guys laughing at Panzeri as he's picturing him riding a scooter trying to pass Apple-ass who's going slow.
Wasn't there some story about someone dressing up as Panzeri for Halloween one year?
Yes.
One of the players.
Who that was?
And then like Robin Lehner also named all his piranhas after Ottawa media members as well.
I loved Alan, but like Alan, I see you gotta have fun with the reporters. They're people too. If you remember the old,
thanks Yorkie.
If you remember the old Looney Tunes, remember the old Looney Tunes with Foghorn Leghorn. Do you remember like the little hen with the glasses and stuff? That's what That's what we joke. Like, that's Alan Panzeri. He's a little hen with Foghorn Leghorn. But
what did you say?
I didn't know me? You. Well, you kind of came in later, Wally. You came in later. I was kind of
1998.
Really? You were there that long?
Yes. 98, 99 season.
You're like a young cub reporter, though. You're kind of just finding your way in the Ottawa media. You're just buttoned up.
I didn't like to ruffle any feathers, but
didn't want to ruffle any feathers.
No.
Just did your job. Like, you weren't causing any trouble yet. You didn't cause trouble till like later after I was gone.
2017.
But when you go to different towns, it would always be the same bus driver in every town because that's how it worked. But everybody knew the guy in Washington, and his nickname was Apple Ass. And everybody, Apple Ass, how's it going? And like would chirp him every bus trip. It was so funny. And then when he threw Panzeri's name in there, it was even better.
Panzeri. Okay. I'm busy. I gotta get to work. We'll see. Are you around Monday, Yorkie?
Flying back from Minnesota. Maybe in the morning though, we can fire. We'll see. Fire off a show in the morning, maybe.
We'll get back to you on a time, but don't forget tonight and of course Saturday and Sunday the Sens postgame show on the same bat channel as they say it. We'll see you.
Same bat time.
Well, no, because every game's different.
So just bat channel. It doesn't work then.
You just said we couldn't figure out a time. So
yeah, but you started the Batman reference. Same bat channel, same bat time.
I apologize, everybody.
My Linus Allmark article just went live on the Hockey News too, so people can check that out if they're looking for some morning reading.
You causing more trouble? Are you causing more trouble again, Graham?
Me? No.
We were just ending on a high, and then you just came in over top.
Again, people want Sens content. Go read it.
All right.
Give me the views. Give me the views.
Like and subscribe to Graham's story.
We gotta get Pitlick on the Pitlick will get on the pod with us again. He's great. He'll tell some Apple ass stories. They're great.
You know, again, anytime after an hour is when the wheels come off for you.
We're way off. Like we're way over time right now. What are you doing to us, Wally?
See you, everybody. The Sens and Bruins tonight. Enjoy the show. Thanks.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.